Well, here we are at the Langstroth hive, and there's a lot of activity going on up here. The plan for this hive is to check the box with the empty frames, which is currently on top. I did find a couple more frames to fill out the deep frames on that hive and take out the medium frames I put on the outsides of that box. So I'm going to open it up and we're going to take a look inside, and we'll go from there. Give you a little closer look at the bees coming in. There's one of those clouds come over. It always amazes me how these bees, when you're close to their hive, they just swarm around you, but never seem to care until you piss one off. Well, there's a lot of girls up here underneath the outer cover today. Let me lay this down. I'll show you with all the bees in it. So, leads me to believe that they're working this top box. I'm going to get this inner cover off and we'll take a look down in there. Here's a look of the inner side of the inner cover. Now there seems to be some bees up here, but from what I'm seeing, I don't see any new comb. I'll pull a couple of these frames and replace these two outer frames. This one here, and this one here with those deep frames. So give me a minute and I'll be back. As I thought, they haven't done anything with these upper frames except for maybe clean them out a little bit more. These are all plastic foundation frames, and I didn't have any wax, so I just put them in there the way they were and hoped they would draw them out. So the frame that I'm putting in that's got foundation in it is pre-waxed, so we'll see what they do with it. I may try to bring a couple of the outer frames, if it just got honey in it, to this upper area and draw them up here to maybe work on these frames. So let me put these other two frames in it and take this box off and see what we got. Okay, here's a look down into the lower box. There's a lot of bees up here. I don't see the queen on top here, so I'm going to pull a couple of these frames and see what we have. Okay, this is the first frame I was able to get out of there. It's full of nectar and capped brood on this side. The other side has capped brood and nectar in it, and they've drawn the comb out quite a bit. I'm going to put this over here in the top box for right now until I can check the rest of these frames. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to recap what I did. I didn't bring you along because I wanted to get through this pretty quickly, and I didn't want to take a chance of smashing any bees and upsetting them. They've been swarming around me quite a bit. Knock on wood, so far no stings. But I went through each one of the frames. I was checking for queen cells or queen cups. I did find one very small queen cup that they've started on the bottom of a frame, but it didn't amount to much. I seen quite a few capped drone cells. Most every frame in here had brood on both sides. A lot of cap brood, a lot of open larvae. As I mentioned when I pulled that first frame, it had a little bit of brood on each side of it on that one end, but a lot of it is drone brood. And so what I did, the outer two frames was mostly honey. I pulled those two frames out of that box and I'm putting them in the center of this box. I'm going to checkerboard this frame here, which is a plastic foundation frame that's been pre-waxed in between the two frames, and then I've got a foundationless frame here, and these three frames over here all have foundation in them, plastic foundation. And then I'll add one more foundation, plastic foundation frame outboard of this one, this end. And I'm gonna put this back together. I took two of the plastic foundation frames and I stuck them in position 1 and 8 on the lower box. The girls are calming down quite a bit. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. I wanted to point out one of the issues with the foundationless frame. If you look here on this frame here, it's foundationless, and see how it's bulged out into the next frame? And same on this end of this frame. I have quite a bit of that in there, so it takes a little longer time to pull a frame out of there and not roll any bees. So that's one of the reasons I didn't video. So just wanted to point that out to you. Okay, I'm getting ready to put these two boxes together. I am going to use a little smoke to get these girls off the edge of this box so they don't get squished. Gotta get my smoker smoking again. It kind of simmered down. There it goes. That ought to do it. Okay, got that on there. They've gotten a little lighter. I don't know if you can hear them over the wind. I need to make sure I got my frames together and get the top back on this, and then we'll check the entrance one more time before we leave. Well, this is the corrugated board that's under the screen bottom board, and as you can see, they've been cleaning out those cells on those foundation hives. There were a couple hive beetles which I killed down here, but it's a lot cleaner than it was the last time. So I'm going to clean it off and we'll take a look at the entrance. Okay, well, overall I'm very happy with the progress that the hives are making. We're still not seeing any drones, but there is drone brood, so they should be emerging anytime. It looked like there was some emerging in the Land's hive. As always, I want to thank all of my subscribers, which I have 104 as of this morning. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Also, remember to share these videos with your friends. And thanks for watching. Till I see you here at the next time at the bee yard, happy beekeeping. Because of the length of these videos again today, I will be posting them separately, so make sure you go and check out the Lands update on the split that we did last week. So thanks again for watching.